more. So we don't need him anymore. Not realizing the spiritual aspect, but literally we're only seeing the flesh aspects, the common aspects of things. This is what reveals to you when people are sincerely connected and when they're not. Because a genuine connection will literally always exemplify the spiritual aspects of what y'all have brought, have encountered together. But if there is if there's no genuine connection, that flesh is going to show up whenever there is a time of separation or departure or whatever has to take place. It is literally going to show up, because the perversion is going to kick out. It's going to reveal itself. It's going to reveal itself. See, the perversion is the nature of. Let me help y'all to understand. I'm gonna give you an example. Two people that were friends. They were cool. They did a whole lot of things together, and then they no longer are cool anymore. And all of a sudden, this one goes and starts telling everything that the other one had been doing. That's a spirit of perversion. Because while they were cool, were they telling it then?
No.
That's a spirit of perversion. So, and it's no longer, I no longer need you. It's no longer beneficial for me. And because it's no longer beneficial for me, I'm now going to try to tear it down. I'm now going to try to hurt it, because it's no longer beneficial for me anymore. That's what happened here. Let's read on to the next verse. Verse 18 says, and they cried. These are the people now. They cried out all at once. They done collectively come together. And they said, away with this man, and release unto us Barabbas, who for a certain sedition made in the city and for murder was cast into prison. That's talking about Barabbas. They giving his rap sheet. That's his rap sheet. He had sedition, which means he went about stealing and all that type of stuff in the city. Seditions is little hidden things. And he did committed murder. Verse 20 says, Pilate, therefore, willing to release Jesus. Catch that again now. Remember, Pilate never saw him do anything, didn't encounter him at all. But Pilate was willing to release Jesus. He spake again to these people now. Came to these people again. And it says, but verse 21 says, but they cried again, saying, crucify him, crucify him. That was the second time Pilate went to him. Verse 22 says, and he said unto them a third time, what evil has this man done? For I find no cause to put death in him. I will therefore chastise him, and I will let him go. Verse 23, but they were instant with loud voices, requiring that he might be crucified. They got louder, got the tripping worse. And the voices of them and the chief priests prevailed. You hear this? This is
Yes, ma'am.
Look here. Let me tell y'all something. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. If there's ever bad blood anywhere between you, anybody, even if bad blood come between us, I hope it don't. Let's don't do that. Maybe now y'all will understand why I say, and I say it in honesty, I ain't gonna call nobody and talk about you. I'll tell the truth about what you did. You know what? I thank God for them being there for Trim. You know what I'm saying? They help keep Trim going. You know, I thank God for the contributions and everything. I'm not going to call nobody and talk bad about you. That's the spirit of perversion. It's the spirit of perversion. But it reveals the nature of their heart. That's the part I really want us to see, is the nature of their hearts. Their hearts were horrible. They pretty much had usury hearts. I just want to use you for what it is that I can use you for. But then when when you have no more value for me, then I want out. And I don't even care about what happened to you. He's saying, I'm going to go die for the world. And, they couldn't even see it. They couldn't even get it. Because they're saying, I want you to die for me. Well, you are part of the world. No, but I want it personal. I want my personal name on the death certificate. No, the world's name needs to be on the death certificate. No, I want my personal name on the death certificate is what they were saying. I think this has something to do too also with knowing how to be friends and being genuine friends.
Yep.
I can connect it to that. Yeah. What y'all think about it?
When you start talking about it, I thought back about what we talked about earlier this week. And I was like, God, listening to your leader and trusting your leader during the process leading you through something, and you act on it, then instantly it opened the door for God to move. And it was like I was hindering something. I was like, yo, you was setting up betrayal for real, because you was listening and letting things get in and not really doing what you're supposed to there. And sometimes it don't be other people. It be mostly you. They bring you something and you try to internalize it and try to figure out and do all of that stuff. It depends on what kind of place you at. So immediately once I did that and I got myself in track, things started shifting. And things, I can tell things how it shifted and things started changing. She actually came to the house on Thanksgiving. She was in a bad place because it was like she don't have her mama and her daddy, and it was like she was in a bad place. And she came in, and one thing that she said yesterday when I called her and I just checked on her, she was like, before she got off the phone, she was like, all right, I love you. I said, okay, I love you too. She said, no, I said I love you. Mm-hmm. And I said, I love you too. Mm-hmm. And then we got off the phone. But even throughout that, she's just been, I seen things shift even in the office. And I was like, man, just you stepping away and you going in. Because if I'd have took it took up offense with it and not acted on what you told me, then it'd have been like, ain't no telling what else would have happened. Ain't no telling what else would have just piled up and piled up. So I just thank God. And that's why I said, yeah, it goes in with friends. And one thing, she will not allow me to call her my boss. She won't say that. She said, we work together. We're a team. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I was like, nah, she my boss. She said, don't you tell nobody else that. Mm-hmm. We work together. We're a team. And I was like, partners. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Your partners. God is granting another opportunity. Handle it well. Mm-hmm. Those are my words to you. Handle it well.
Mm-hmm. Literally a while ago I was saying, when you were talking, it was like I'm allowing you to get up close and personal. I'm allowing you to get privy information. Don't mishandle it.
Yep, handle it well. Yep, handle it well. Because I do believe that it's going to open the door for some other people concerning some things. I really do. I see some things happening over the next couple of years that it's going to open the door for some people. You have to know that your labor is not in vain, y'all. I can't stress enough to tell y'all that anywhere that your feet goes, it's a reason. It's a reason that it's there. You may think that, shoot, my feet hurt while I'm here. I'm having to stand on my feet all day or whatever, all night or whatever the case may be. My feet hurt while I'm here. Yeah, but those feet are making a difference. They're making a difference, and they're only going to hurt for a little bit. God has got, once the assignment is complete, God knows how to move the feet. He knows exactly what to do. And everywhere that you are there to make a difference for somebody, to be a beacon of light for somebody, an open door for somebody. You're already of the African American race, and we're still in a place now where there's still a first time at a lot of things for us. We're still at that. In 2021, we're still at a first time with a lot of things. Toya is the first African American magistrate in OP, and this is 2021. There's a lot of things a couple things that I was the first thing, first female, African American female to be in the city of OP. So we are still doing a first with a lot of things. So that's the reason why you got to make sure that whatever you do, that you're handling it like it needs to be handled. Because if you're first, that means you're a trailblazer. And you're opening the door for people. You're opening the door. I would love to see, one of the things I would love to see is Rhoda opportunity be granted back unto her. She did very well at the city. It was just a matter of the hands being, changed by the mayors and just personal things. But, I would love to see God for opportunities. And so I do believe that God is using us to blaze some trails. We're trailblazers. So you want to handle it like it needs to be handled. And part of what we've had to talk about today is learning how to handle that. Because that type of stuff happens. Excuse me, it happens. Remember, when there is power now, it's going to be some attacks against that power. Because that power causes people to want to rely upon you. They're going to count on you for things and then tend to have a selfishness with it. And when they can't get it like they want it, you may have a few that get mad at you. Oh, Adele, she's done it to me a few times. Before I left to come up, to have surgery, she did some crazy mess. Just get pissed off when hey, no, I ain't doing it. You got to do it yourself. I had somebody messaging me last night. Sent me. She actually called. I sent it to voicemail, and she texted 2 or 3 times. Please, 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 I need your help. If you could just cash at me $40, please, please, you can cash at me $40. I'll give you $140 in stamps. I ignored her. So I'm quite sure this morning she's mad. I'm quite sure she's mad. I don't care. I'm recuperating. I already took care of y'all before I came up here. I went and played Santa Claus to several people before I had surgery. And I specifically asked them to leave me alone and let me recuperate. But she was sending messages and I ignored her. So she's probably mad. Probably chunked a few words, That's how it go. So what I'm saying to y'all is there's 2 sides on that. You have to know how to handle it when people do it. And you also have to